What's up, Victoria? It's me, Victoria, and today we're going to do the final reckoning of the year. If you are new to my channel, the reckoning is where I go through everything in my testing drawer and I decide whether or not I want to keep it, want to keep testing it, or want to get rid of it. If you are new to my channel, the reckoning series is something that I borrowed the title from Louise Poston, who used to do a similar thing. I have two separate drawers. I have like my permanent collection of makeup in one set of drawers, and I have everything I'm testing or that was received in PR in a different set of drawers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through everything and I'm going to decide its fate between one of three things. One, it's so great, I'm going to move it into my permanent collection. Two, I don't want to test anymore. I feel like I've gotten what I needed out of it and I'm going to move on from it and find it a new home. Third thing, keeping it in the testing drawer because I have a lot of stuff in the testing drawer right now. And some of it I don't feel like I can make a solid decision on it yet. But what the main goal is I need to narrow things down because I'm not going to get to all of it anyway. Like, it just period, full stop. I'm not going to get to all of it anyway. I don't really have an interest in getting to all of it, but we're going to just kind of be making some cuts. We're going to go through everything, including complexion, which I have like held off doing. The complexion stuff is all staying because I'm trying to do something with the complexion products that I have failed to do, and I've been working on it for months and I just like haven't sat down and like finished it, and I'm not even like done with it, but I need to like start doing something with it because it's been too long. That's something that I'm also working. That's also something that I'm working on. If you are new, I would love for you to subscribe. I have Patreon and I have channel memberships if you're into that sort of thing. You can find them linked in the description box down below. I will have a pinned comment. That comment will contain links to support people directly in areas that need your help. If you have additional funds right now, please consider supporting them with your money. And I think that's enough. Let's get into it. So I try to keep my testing drawer organized, but it's kind of like all over the place right now. I'm just going to pick things up and I'm going to tell you. I don't know why these are in this drawer. This drawer is usually for eyeshadow, but these are from Lethal. These are their lip stains from their new collection that I think they launched on Black Friday. They sent me all of them. I'm not a big lip stain person, but these are the two colors that I could see myself wanting to use. I haven't used these on camera yet. I would like to. I like these so far, but I'm also not a big lip stain person. I always like to say whenever I'm like into a specific type of product for a reason, because it's like I'm not into lip stains, so I don't feel like I have like profound thoughts about lip stains. I normally hate them, but I have been liking these ones. And the reason I don't really love lip stains usually is because of the application process and the inconsistency of the product and the way it lays on my lips. So I'm gonna keep playing with those. I have no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. Okay, Paisley Hoot from Singe Beauty. This was PR. Did I mention that the lip stains were PR? This was PR from Singe Beauty. They sponsored an event at the Catskills when I went there with Creator and Friends, and I'm going to keep this one in the testing drawer. I have done a couple of looks with it. Some of them I have really enjoyed. Some of them I haven't, and I haven't figured out why that is. But I do, like, the vibe of this palette is so chic to me, so I do want to keep playing with it. Okay, this I don't even know that you guys know I have, unless you follow me on Instagram, but this is from Victoria Beckham. It's one of the eyeshadows. I believe that this colorway is called Tuxedo. I had an old version of this, and so now I have this, and I've done a couple looks with this. I'm gonna do like an updated Victoria Beckham video thoughts. I'm wearing Cocoa Pave on the eyes, just kind of like as an eyeshadow. It's so slay. I love Cocoa Pave. Anyway, I will hold on to that because I want to do another video with it. This is the Prada Quad in 02, and this was a gift from Sunshine, Everyday Sunshine, and I need to do another look with it. I haven't used the yellow yet, but I also, when we get to the eyeshadow palette drawer, we're really gonna have to do some moving and a shaking because I literally can't. Okay, these, I want to do like a dedicated video to sparkly eyeshadow sticks. I'm not buying all of the sparkle sticks, but I'm going to talk about some of them. And so I'm going to hold on to these because I really want to make that video like good and a good resource for people for that to answer questions about some of them. I'm gonna hold on to them. So I have the Danessa Myricks one. I have some more of the It's Literally Magic sticks, which if you're keeping up. I have this SPF from Undefined Beauty. This was something we got in the Catskills. I like this SPF a lot. I'm just gonna put that one in the drawer with all of my other SPFs. I really like that SPF. I like everything I've tried from Undefined Beauty, but I haven't tried everything. Well, I gave some of the PR away because I just wasn't gonna get to some of it, but I have liked everything I've tried from them. Okay, I have some of these samples from Rituel de Fille floating around. Some of them were sent to me by friends, and I bought some testers for that Rituel de Fille video I did earlier in the year. So this is Solaris. The thing is, I've done some looks with them, but I think ultimately I'm gonna forget about them. I think I'm just gonna get rid of them so they stop overwhelming me. So I'm gonna declutter all of those. There's more. Also, we're not doing any swatching because I'm really trying to hustle my way through this video and I want us to not have to linger. This is the Mesmerize. This is Mesmerize from Rude Cosmetics. In my last reckoning, I swatched it and I was like, oh, that's really beautiful. I'm going to use it. Here's the thing, I haven't used it since then and I'm just going to let it go. I have this from Surratt. It's the Dark Matter. I think it's like an eyeshadow primer. It's a black eyeshadow primer. I'm okay, I don't need it. Moving on, I haven't used it since I got it. This is from Andromeda's collab with Diva Rune. This is the Opal highlighter. I've used it on my eyes. It's not something I feel like I need to keep around. It's not my favorite kind of highlighter. It's not doing a ton for me in like my taste in makeup. So I'm going to find that a new home. And I also have a bunch of singles from Diva Rune. Some of them are collabs. This is from Andromeda's original collab. This is the shade Garnet. It is really pretty. This is just, I think, a single shadow in the shade Bitten. And then this is Andromeda's other collab. They did like a series of single shadows with some people. This is Andromeda's collab from that. And then this is one that they did with Miles, who is Multichromatica on Instagram. And this one is called Gizmo. You can't see the flashes. It looks green to me, it looks purple to you, but it's a multi-chrome, so that's the flip. I really haven't gotten to play with these, and they've been in my makeup collection for a while. I'm going to hold on to them because I've done one look with Garnet, but I feel bad because I haven't really gotten to the one that Miles requested be sent to me. I'm so sorry, Miles. I'm gonna keep them in the testing drawer. I haven't really played with them. This isn't really like meant to be like a huge declutter thing. It's just really more of a reorganization of vibes. Let's do some lip stuff. I have both of the lipsticks from the Conjuring collection with Lethal. Got on my teeth every time I wore them. So there's a black one and there is a like oxblood maroony kind of thing. They got on my teeth. They're very slippy lipsticks. They feel very silicone-y and slippery. Not like silicone-y and matte, which is like a different thing and definitely a thing that I have felt with lipsticks before. They just like moved all around my mouth and they got on my teeth all the time. And it's making me hyper paranoid because I'm wearing a full pigment lipstick right now, but it doesn't want to move all the way around my lips. So I'm going to get rid of those. They were not my favorite lipstick formula. The lip liner from Hung Van Gogh that my friend sent to me in the shade Follow the Natural Shape. Also, can you see through the pencil? It's like so little, like there's so little product. It's like the product starts there. That's so wild. There's so little product in here. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't really care about that. Have these lip glosses from Gourmand Girls. I've worn this one and I haven't worn this one, which is, the shade's called Chlorophyll. What is going on with the names of cosmetics? Remember the Oppression eyeshadow? The eyeshadow named Oppression in the Conjuring palette? What is going on? I haven't gotten to them and I've had them for a while. Here's the thing. I didn't really love the sparkle on this. I thought it was nice, but I didn't like the flip of it, if I recall correctly. But I'm very into green lips for some reason. I do want to try this one because I'm not really sure how pigmented it will be. So this one will remain. I have all of the lipsticks, the glitter lipsticks from bellabeautébar, and I really here's what I've been meaning to do with these. I've been meaning to do a swatch video, like a short like lip swatches of all these, and I just haven't had the wherewithal and gumption. But here's the thing, I've worn a couple of them and I really like them, and I like a glittery lip, and I like that they're sheer but they have a little bit of color to them. I've been really liking them. I'm going to keep those, all of them, because I do want to make that lip swatch video. And I think these are a permanent product from bellabeautébar. I'm going to keep taking my time on them. But shout out to the shade Portal, the shade Decay, and the shade Inception or something. I don't know. There's I think a shade called Inception that I really like, but I'm not digging for it. The Hung Van Gogh eyeliner, I haven't actually tried as an eyeliner. I thought it was a lip liner at first, so I do want to try that as an eyeliner. I can't really see it dethroning my Victoria Beckham eyeliners. I would like to try it. And then I also have this from Undefined Beauty. It's their Sun Glaze Broad Spectrum Mineral Lip Tint. And this is in the shade, it does have a shade, but I don't know if it says on here. Yeah, I don't think it does, but it does have an expiration date, but it's like a nude lip gloss. Very pretty. The Dark Dreamscape highlighter from bellabeautébar. I'm keeping it. That's going in the permanent collection, that one. I have 3 lip liners from Singe. It's not my favorite lip liner formula. I've mentioned that in some other videos. I have found that the texture of the 3 shades I got to be different from each other, which I don't love to see. I would love a consistent experience with everyone. And one is really soft, one is very firm, and one is like a perfect texture. But I do think that these shades are pretty unique. So I'm going to keep 2 of them and I'm going to pass on one. And the one I'm going to pass on is the shade Optimistic Oak, which is like a fairly common lip liner shade. But then Witty Walnut and Ambitious Ash are these really gorgeous ashy cool tone lip liners. And that's very on my alley. So I'm going to keep those. I'm going to start putting stuff away. Well, that needs depotted. So I mentioned this in the best, well, I don't know when I last mentioned this, but I was wearing this in the best and worst of Trixie Cosmetics. It is their lip gloss. It's in the shade Perfect 10. I will be keeping this. I really liked this lip gloss. It's a nice sheer lip gloss that just adds a little bit of something to my lip, a little bit of coolness. It's a little bit of grunginess. I like it a lot. I like it much better than the other one I have from them, which is the Tubby Custard one, but I also like it. But this formula was much easier for me to use, but I think it's because it's not pastel pink. The Bisou blushes from Violette FR, I just got these, so I do want to keep playing with those. Well, one of the blushes is Baby. So I have 4 of the Trixie Stix cream blushes. I have the shade Baby, which I bought and should be in my permanent collection. I must have accidentally put it with all of the ones they sent me in PR, but I did buy this one before they sent it to me in PR. I never know how to talk about that. That's happened a couple of times where I bought something and then received the same shade in PR. And it's like, what do I say? Anyway, that's going in the permanent collection. The Conjuring powder, this can go to hell. I don't like it. I don't like the packaging. I don't like anything about this. It can go right back to hell where it came from, I guess. The bronzer from Simi Haze. I have 4 bronzers right now, and I do think I want to keep this one. I just really love the color and the texture of it, and I think it's really cool. About depotting it, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe I'm just gonna have to scoop it out. I really like that a lot. I didn't even finish the Trixie blushes. Okay, I'm gonna declutter the shade Pumpkin. Even though it's really pretty, it's the darkest brown one. Very pretty, but I don't think I'll use that one a lot. Honey, I keep thinking that I don't like, and then I wear it in videos, and then I think I look so beautiful while I'm editing them. I'm gonna keep Honey in the testing drawer, and the same with Sweetie, which is this coral color. I've put on in a few videos, and I've really liked the way it looks. I'm not usually one for coral blush, but I have been liking that one. But I have to see if I keep going back to it. And then speaking of coral blush, this is the Riveting Rhubarb blush from Singe Beauty. And I do like this formula, but I also feel like I haven't used this enough, so it's gonna stay in the testing drawer. We're not making great progress here. The Make Beauty blush. Oh, this is the Make Beauty blush in the shade Toasted. Now, I would have gotten a different shade if I had been paying attention and I didn't pick this PR out while I was at a concert. But that is the reality of the situation and how and when I got this. I really like this formula, and I actually really do like this color blush once it's on my cheek. I don't like the way it looks in the component, and I don't like the way it looks in a thick swatch, but on the cheek, it's quite magical. I don't want to keep everything in the testing drawer. You know what? Okay, I'm going to declutter this because the color is kind of enough to be off-putting to me. And it's like, with all these things, it's like I want to keep testing them, but also I don't think I want to, the only ones I do like the Trixie blushes, so I'm going to keep them in the testing drawer. I've only played with these one time, so I'm going to keep those in the testing drawer. I did like this blush from Singe, but I'm also kind of will I keep using it? So I'm going to declutter that. But I did like the formula. I would love to see more colors in that range. None of them really spoke to me. So I'm going to declutter the Singe one, but I do like that formula. It was really easy to work with. And then the last thing in here is the Dexter highlighter. And you know what? I've been obsessing over this. I've only worn it a couple of times, but I do like it and I'm going to move it into my permanent collection. That's a whole lot of this really beautiful sparkly liquid highlighter. It's the Dexter highlighter. I got it in PR. It comes in the shade Luminal. It's so pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to get all the sparkles in it, because if there's one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bully you into watching another video instead of swatching it in this one. I have Hannah's collab with Salt New York. These are 2 shades from the Deep palette, and I have one of them on my face today. What is the name of it? I don't know. I also have the Medium palette. I haven't played with these enough to feel like I've made a decision, but I also feel like the likelihood of me keeping all of them is very, very high, but I don't know 100% on that. I will say I do really like the medium shades more than I like the light shades, except for the highlighter. And then I also bought the Sneaky Balm and the concealer. My hair's in all of them. And I also bought the 2 Mood Light blushes. They were like a limited edition thing. These blushes are awesome. I love those blushes, and I'm coming around to the Sneaky Balm and the concealer. So I'm gonna keep playing with all those. They still are very like fresh. They still feel very fresh to me, and I want to keep playing with them. They haven't been like lingering in my collection for a really long time. Also, someone recently commented, how did I fix the magnet situation on these? I haven't yet. I realized when I took out the plastic insert on this that there needed to be magnets to hold this closed, and the magnets were in the plastic part with the eyeshadows that I ripped out. I just don't travel with these, but as far as like holding my makeup in my drawers, it's fine. But it's like if I really wanted to like take them on a trip, I wouldn't take those on a trip. You could buy magnets and fix it. I just haven't done that yet. The Queen Pin palette from Trixie Cosmetics. If you watched my best and worst of Trixie Cosmetics, you'll know that the eyeshadow formula isn't my favorite. I thought I would want to revisit this, but then also there's more eyeshadow palettes in my testing drawer than I have in my permanent collection. So that should really tell you how I feel about eyeshadow palettes in general. I'm not going to revisit this. I don't care. This is from Gourmand Girls. This is the Trapped palette. This was PR we got whenever we went to the Catskills. This is what it looks like. Okay, so 2 things I will say about this. The packaging is quite thin and sleek, which I do appreciate. I'm not going to use this color story. I feel bad. I brought it home because I've not tried Gourmand Girls formula, but I haven't even swatched any of the shades in here. And that means I can easily pass this on and donate it too. So I'm going to pass on that. I want to have the knowledge of more indie brand formulas, but what I'm really realizing is that I need to really make the call about what that palette will be from those brands, because I had to be interested in the color story, and I'm sure I could make a really beautiful look with it. Like, no doubt I really could. That pink shade is really gorgeous. Like, the shimmers in here look really pretty, but I just don't want to have to, like, here, I don't want to push myself to use it. This one I just got in PR. This is the Serpentine palette from Lethal. I'm gonna just pass it on untouched. I appreciate Lethal sending this to me. I do like their mattes, but I'm not gonna use this palette. There's too much color in it, too much green. It's too saturated for my liking. I would love to like swatch the shade Viper. It looks like a shade that's right up my alley. It's kind of like this, yeah, it's a taupe. I could see purple shiftiness into it. I'm sure I could make really beautiful looks with it. I just don't want to. I got 2 pieces from Ellis Atlantis's second collab with them. So I have the Cool Toned Matte palette, which is called Imperial. And I also bought the shimmer palette. Now, I haven't loved all of the shimmers in here. I want them to be sparklier than they are, but they are really pretty. And this is really handy to like have some shimmer shades that I don't usually keep on hand. So I really do like their matte formula. This was my first time trying Blend Bunny when I tried these, and their matte formula really did blow me away. I think it's really good. It's on par with some luxury brands that I've tried. This, I was not as blown away by their shimmer formula, but I do want to keep it. It's like this is more handy and it's really compact and it has a bunch of options instead of me having like a million Cliona shades I never use. That's kind of what that's boiling down to me. Like this is just so much easier. And I do like the sparkle formula and I don't think this is a bad price for what it is. But it's not my favorite thing. But I'm going to move these into my permanent drawer. This is Andromeda's collab with Diva Rune. Well, one of them, like it was kind of like a whole collection. This is the Somber Soils, which is a series of 4 satins. I do really like these and I'm going to keep them in the testing drawer because I haven't done as much with them as I would like to do. But I'm going to keep them in the testing drawer. But you can see that I've gotten into that silver and obviously that like dark one quite a bit, and then I haven't touched the orange or the green because I'm me. Next we have the Dark Dreamscapes palette from bellabeautébar. Something about this really didn't resonate with me. I did a couple looks with it. It's weird because I do like purple eyeshadow. Like it's one of the colors if I choose to go colorful. I'm not inspired by this at all. Then from Singe, this was PR. This is the Agate Temptation palette. And you know what? Paisley Hoot is so much more up my alley. I'm gonna keep Paisley Hoot to keep testing. I haven't even swatched Agate Temptation. I like Paisley Hoot's vibe a lot more. So I'm gonna keep Paisley Hoot in my testing jar and then I'm going to pass Agate Temptation on. I didn't know that we were going to be sent an eyeshadow palette after Creator and Friends. I took this from the event and then we got sent the Paisley Hoot one later. But I wanted to try Angie's formula. New Pores Coalescence palette in collaboration with bellabeautébar. This is going into the permanent drawer. I really like this palette. I want to do more looks with it though. Like, you know, it's like kind of a twofold thing, but there's like no way. Like, look at those colors. So stunning. I don't feel inclined to keep every friend collab, but it's something that I'm more inclined to do. Next up from Laminatrix, the Timeless Tones palette. And I do really like this one. It's my favorite Laminatrix palette that they've sent to me. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it in my testing drawer though. I'm not like 100% sold on it like earning a spot in the permanent drawers like I am with these ones. So I'm gonna keep it. I like it, but it's like, the thing about this palette is like, there's a lot of groundwork for looks that I do all of the time, and it's a very easy version of that. But also, I have a lot of easy versions of my favorite eyeshadow looks, so it's like, I don't really need to keep this one handy, but it's my favorite one they've sent me, so I'm going to keep it because it's like the one I like the most, but it's gonna stay in the testing drawer. And then that's kind of the same with the Tones of Turd palette that they sent me. This has not been my favorite kind of color story in a while, this like grungy green, yucky green color, but I really loved the looks that I've done with it. They've been so pretty and inspiring to me, so I do want to keep this one in the testing drawer. Okay, this is from Day Day's Signature. This is their Fearless Holiday eyeshadow palette. I've done only one look with this palette. It's a bit colorful for me, but I also have already like tried it. It's not like a completely untouched palette. The thing that I will say, the one time I did wear it, which was only one time, one time I did wear it, I got some pretty bad creasing, and I know that I like give creasing a pass sometimes, depends on like the kind of vibe of the eyeshadow, and it does really depend on the vibe, but like I just felt like it creased really quickly on me and it looked really unflattering. I think some creasing is flattering. The kind of creasing this was doing was not flattering. The shimmer formula felt pretty thick to me, but that was one time and I used an eyeshadow primer I don't like. I'm gonna declutter it because I forgot. I was like, where did that go? The Sigma eyeshadow primer, I hate it. I hate it. It does not do well on my eyelids. I don't like it. So I'm going to keep this in the testing drawer because I want to play with the mattes and I want to play with the shimmers again. I just want to make sure that that thick feeling is actually the eyeshadow and not the eyeshadow primer that I don't like. The Magnetic Mineralia palette, putting it in the permanent drawer. Yes, I am. One, it's my friend's collab, but also of all of the eyeshadow palettes I showed you, minus the like greens in here, everything in this palette shows up pretty neutral on me because I'm like fair and cool toned. So like purples show up really beautifully on my skin. These like gray colors all show up really beautifully on my skin. I really like their shimmer formula. I like their matte formula too. Everything about this palette is really good and I I want to keep this one. Obviously, another friend collab though. Next up is the most unlikely palette for me to keep out of all of this, but I'm feeling inclined to. This is the Ocean Jewel palette from bellabeautébar. They sent this to me in PR, and wouldn't you know it, I never did a video where I like used this for application in a video, but I have worn it in a couple videos. Like it was already on my face when I started filming. And here's the deal. I love this palette. It's like bright and colorful and punchy in just the right ways for me. It's giving like 80s. And it's weird because I really don't think the Dark Dreamscape palette is like an incredibly far reach. This is the Dark Dreamscape. This is like, they're not the same, but like they have very similar vibes. And like, I think that everything about this is banging. And I hate everything. Like, I don't really like anything about this. I don't know if I'm going to move it into my permanent drawer, but I like playing with this one. So maybe it does deserve its spot. I don't have any palettes like this in my permanent drawer, like colorful as this. I've been more inspired by colorful things more recently, and I have liked all the looks I've done with this. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it in the permanent drawer. I'm making it feel and sound like, as I'm like talking about it, I'm making it feel like it is like the end of the world if I choose to like, I can change my mind later, which is also something that you can keep in mind too. Well, unless I declutter it, then that's going to stay the same way. The crystallized palette I only played with for the first time in a recent video. In Messmas, it's somewhere. Find it. I don't know when this is going up, but you can go find it. I really like this one too. I liked the softer colors, and it's like kind of like these could play well together if I really, yeah. Upon first time using this, I was like, ooh, this really speaks to me. I don't know. I really like this palette. This is a last minute real hit for me. The thing is, I'm not like too deeply attached to eyeshadow palettes, so you should take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm keeping this in the testing drawer. It's just like too new. And you know what? A palette that I got longer ago than that from the same brand as this one, the Come Play With Us palette from bellabeautébar. I really want to get into that blue. I'm so into blues right now. I haven't touched it. I'm just gonna declutter it. I'm gonna donate it. I'm gonna either donate it or find a friend. I feel bad, but also in a very real way. I only have so much time and so much interest. We're now past Halloween, and I will say this about bellabeautébar. Historically, which was like only last year, it was only one time, their Halloween palettes, it seems like they do this every year. They do like 2 Halloween palettes. They do like an October palette, and then they do like a Halloween palette. And I think I preferred the Vamp to this, which had my favorite eyeshadow shade of all time in it, called Skin of a Killer. And I really liked it, but like there was a lot of red in it. You can let me know in the comments if you're deeply passionate about me trying this on camera, because like I can always pull it out of the drawer. But I am for sure getting rid of all the other ones I talked about. Now there's a palette missing. I don't know where it is. I don't like, I'm conceptualizing that there is a palette that should be here that isn't, and I don't know where it is. I found the palettes that I was thinking of. This is the Conjuring palette from Lethal, and this is much more of my vibe if I was going to play with a Lethal color story. Like, I love everything about this. So I'm going to keep this in the testing drawer with potential for it to jump into the main drawers. This is the Crown Legacy palette from Laminatrix. I like don't care for this palette, so I'm going to declutter it. And then this one from Girl Cult, I'm not feeling really deeply compelled by it, so I'm gonna just declutter it. I am going to do a complexion deep dive video. So all of the complexion products I have in front of me will be in that video. I'm not going to be decluttering any of these, and I feel like my video has probably not been helpful so far when it comes to recommendations or really trying to figure out if like any of these things may be worth it to you. So what we're going to do is a quick and dirty yes, no, and then some slight explanation on why I do or don't like it. But this is not, there will be like a more comprehensive thing coming down the line. A lot of these complexion products have been featured multiple times in my videos, so none of this should be a surprise. Like I rotated through these, I think, enough times where hopefully you'll know my opinion. And I might move some into my permanent collection. That's also a possibility. Okay, we're just gonna go off the top. The Murph palette from Mary Phillips. It's not called the Murph palette. I really like the quality of the products in here. I hate it as a thing. The Fusion Dew Radiant Skin Tint from Make Beauty. It has glitter in it, so I would not recommend it. It's very sparkly for no reason. It's like ridiculous. The Skin Mimetic Concealer from Make Beauty. Incredible. I like it all over the face. The shade I got is a little too dark for me. This is in the shade... Oh, I'll tell you the shades. That's probably helpful. In the Mary Phillips palette, I have the lightest shade. There's only 3, so that's not hard. In the Diffusion Dew from Make Beauty, I have the shade 1. It seemed to be a pretty good match for me, but again, glitter. This is the shade 03 Light C, but it's not the right shade for me. It's like a little too dark. I can make it work as a foundation, but it's gorgeous. Like, it's such a gorgeous texture. It looks so natural on the skin. It's really incredible. I don't know what happened. I requested one shade. They sent a different shade. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what happened there, but that's okay. It was PR and like we can't control it. The Hourglass Concealer. I have the shade 1.45 Sand. This is a little warm for me, so if you are one of my skin twins, I would pick a cooler shade than this. It's a little thicker than my favorite kind of consistency for a concealer, but it's really beautiful and I do like it all over the face. So if you're looking for like a multi-use product, that would be okay for that, I would say. The Rituel de Fille Concealer, I have the shade Spell 111. This is really incredible. And I decluttered. Do I want to move this into my permanent collection? I don't know. We'll see. That's like a maybe into the permanent collection. But I think this is incredible and I really like it. The Sublimage Le Corrector U, I'm still getting to know, but I really like it. And this was sent to me by a friend, as gifted by a friend, not gifted by the brand. And I really do like it. And this will probably move into my permanent collection when all is said and done because it was a gift and it's really beautiful. The Victoria Beckham foundation drops, incredible, amazing. I would buy these again. Unlike the concealer from Chanel, like I like everything about it. It's the foundation I'm wearing today. I have the shade Fairlight 3, but if you are a skin twin with me, I wouldn't buy this shade, even though it flexes quite well. It does look a little bit warm when I'm applying it, but I feel like once it's on my face, I don't think you can really tell. But in the future, when I buy it again, I'm probably not going to buy this shade. I don't know what the next cool tone shade would be, but I would buy like the Fairlight neutral shade, not the Fairlight warm shade. But I do really like this. It's incredible. And I'm going to put it in my permanent drawers. A lot of you were wondering where it went in the declutter, but it just hadn't made its way into the permanent drawers yet. So that's where it's headed now. And with that, I also don't feel like I need to keep the Patrick Ta foundation, but it will be part of this video that I'm working on. So foundation drops are in from Victoria Beckham. For those of you who don't know, I like to keep my foundation collection to about 5, and then concealer. That can flex a little bit more, but I really don't wear much concealer, so I don't feel compelled to have a ton of it. The About Face foundation is okay. I have the shade L2 Neutral. It's a little too deep for me. I would get L1 Neutral if you're a skin twin. From Vive, this is the concealer in the shade Light 1. This is a pretty good match for me. This is the one I would buy again if I were to buy it. This is really beautiful because it works really well as like an all over the face foundation product, and that's my preferred way to wear it. You have to be very careful about applying it to your under eyes. You need only a little bit of it. If you do apply too much of this, and it's very easy to apply too much of it, it can get caught and not look very flattering under the eye. But all over the face, it's really gorgeous. You can apply it very like loose and fancy free, but under the eye, you have to be a little more careful. And this is something that I might move into my permanent collection as a foundation, but also from Vive, the Skin Nova Complexion Balm. This performs a lot like my favorite foundations. I like the Surratt Dewdrop foundation, the Victoria Beckham foundation, and I probably will keep this because I really do like it. But it's so similar to those foundations. It's like, I don't really need a third version of that, but it is really beautiful. I have the shade 120 and it was a pretty good match for me. The Milk Hydro Grip Gel Tint, I have the shade 1. It was a little bit too light, but I don't think shade 2 would work for me, but I could make this work once I put bronzer and stuff on. I don't like the way this looks on my skin and I wouldn't buy it. This is really new to me. I've only tried it one time. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade 1.5 Oolong. Was a great match for me. It looked really great on my skin. I recently applied it in a video for Mess, the one where it says I don't finish my makeup in this video or whatever. It's in that one. The Ceracril Face Flex, I have it in the shade 1.0, which does work. I think they did a shade extension and there's a lighter shade of it now. I bet that one would be better for me. The Décolleté Concealer Palette, I do really like this. I like it when I like it, and I like it when I remember that I have it, but I often forget that I have it. This I had to buy through YesStyle. The Décolleté US site doesn't sell this on their website, but I do like it. And this is a Hindash recommendation. So, you know, if you take what Hindash does to heart, which I do, clearly. Well, also he was like, you should try this, Tom, and I did. It is very good. Is it worth going out of your way for to like buy through the international market? I'm not really sure, unless you really are like a face palette, you know, like a concealer palette kind of person. This is a really easy one and done kind of thing. It could be in consideration for moving into my permanent collection. Oh, the Fenty Soft Lit Foundation. I have the shade 125. This stuff's incredible. This is amazing. This is by far the complexion product that has blown me away. Like, it was like, I wasn't expecting much from it. And it's incredible. I really like this stuff. So much so that it might make its way into my permanent collection. Ooh, the Hourglass Skin Tint. I have the shade 3. Perhaps like a little bit deep for me, but it wears well on my skin. Like, it's not really perceptible. It's just like a little bit off. Incredible, great product. It's just like, is it my favorite skin tint? I don't know that it is. And I don't know, like, this was sent along by a friend. They were just sending me other things and they sent this along. The Merit Skin Tint with the SPF. Is this expired? Oh no, this expires in 2027. I can't believe I thought it was going to expire like soon. I like it when I apply it the way I like to, but I don't like it as an SPF. The Mob Beauty Foundation I keep around. It's like an okay foundation, but whenever I'm just doing makeup for fun, that's when I typically use it. The CoverGirl Invisible Clean Foundation, I have the shade 103 Ivory Light. It's a good match. It doesn't look like a good match in the container. It looks like dark. It looks very similar on my skin to the Surratt Dewdrop Foundation and the Victoria Beckham foundation drops. It's really good. I don't think I need to keep it. Like, it's not something I think I need to put in my permanent collection. And then the Westman Atelier Concealer. I think I do want to move this into my permanent collection. It's a much more high coverage, thick matte formula, which is weird because like none of the other concealers I have here I would describe as like a matte, but this like self sets. So you have to blend quickly. It's so weird though, but it does look really good on my skin. So I think I might put that also in my permanent collection. I like the way it looks a lot under my eyes too. It doesn't get in my crease or anything like that, which is a big problem with concealers. And the Victoria Beckham concealer, the Sarah Creel and the Westman Atelier don't do that. And the Vive, if I'm really careful. Oh, and the Rituel Defee one doesn't also get cut under there. There's much food for thought. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god. I really came into my concealer power this year. I like wasn't really big on concealer and I feel like I have so many concealers. I'm just gonna put the Chanel one. I'm just gonna put the Chanel one in here too. But then I went from 1 concealer to 4 concealers. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll take the Westman Atelier out. I'm gonna keep the Chanel one because Cam got it for me and that was very kind of her. I also have other foundations in here, but it's just... they've been featured on my channel a lot, and like I think I've already said I've decluttered them, so I don't really feel like I need to feature them here. Baby, that was a marathon for me. I've been filming for an hour, and that was me not swatching. So imagine if I had sat here and swatched all of these. That's a video that I could have done, but I just simply didn't do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for organizing. Oh my god. I will say this is from People of Earth Co., but this is a really incredible indie brand that has a lot of foundation shades. So if you like foundation pans, could be something to consider. It is in a nice amount of coverage. I feel like when we talk about like pans of foundation, I think we often think of like light coverage, easy breezy, but this is like full, you can do full glam makeup with these. Anyway, I forgot. I always forget that they're... Oh, I also have the Undefined Beauty SPF. I like this much better for an SPF skin tint because it doesn't feel as heavy as the Merit one does whenever I apply the correct dosage of the SPF. So I would pick this one over that, but there's only 3 shades of this. Merit has a lot more to offer shade-wise, but the light shade works for me in this and I really like it. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Hit the like and hype button if you want to. I'm on Patreon. Again, no pressure to join that. Make sure you check out that pinned comment to support those people who need your help. And that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow your haute and you'll find me, and I'll see you in a video very soon. Go forth. It's out.